well. So let's continue with the next part. Let's try to finish this chapter in this 3 parts. I think today's is the third one. In the previous part, let me first of all get into that, and then we shall start. Okay, so we are done till this particular page, till activity 7a and 7b. 7b as okay, this was a kind of skit you had to do with your friend. So let's continue with the next one, that is 8a. Okay, so this is going to be a pretty interesting type of activity where you will be practicing prepositions, okay, in accusative and dative case, and you are going to get a hint about accusative and dative over here. Okay, so according to a normal rule, whenever there is motion, okay, it's going to be the accusative case. Okay, and whenever there's no motion, okay, where something is just staying, not moving, it's going to be a dative case. Okay, so sounds simple, which is where we have motion, it's going to be, let me just try to scribble down. Oops. Okay, let's just try. If we have two cases, either accusative, okay, or dative. For accusative, you have motion, okay, and for dative, it's stable. So I'll simply try writing. I'm sorry, this is total catastrophe. Okay, so I think it's pretty clear. Let's just cancel it out and let's come back to the activity. Okay, so alles neu in der Küche, ergänzen Sie. We are just going to try using. Now if it is wo, okay, whenever you want to ask the question wo, you are going to refer to it as a dative case. Where is it? Where is the pen lying? Where is my Handy? Wo ist mein Bleistift? Or Kugelschreiber? Wo ist mein Handy? Okay, whenever you ask these questions, you have to answer it in a dative case. Okay, and when the question is wohin, you can see these actions, these signs. It says stable, that means it's dative, and it says motion, that is accusative. Okay, so wohin hast du mein Handy gestellt? Okay, so this is how you are going to refer to those cases. Now all you have to do is just use these prepositions. Okay, now why these particular prepositions? You can see this upa preposition here, as well as, okay, it's not over here, but then you can see in is the preposition, you can see in here and here as well. So it comes in accusative, it comes in dative case as well. It means it's a vexel preposition, that is, it changes according to condition. Okay, which are the vexel prepositions? In, auf, an. You can just consider for now, in and auf, you can consider both of them right now, and neben as well. Okay, these three prepositions you can see in common over here and here as well. So consider them as vexel prepositions and just use them according to the case. Okay, what type of case? You have got a hint over here. The previous chapter we did considering the prepositions like by or mit, and now we are using the motion and the stability over here. Okay, so since we already know this is the dative case, we are simply going to use them and we are going to check how do they go like. Okay, now if whenever you're using dative case or accusative case, another thing which is really important is the article. Okay, so let's quickly go through the article. What is Regal? Regal is das Regal, that means shelf. Okay, so der Zucker, der Zucker war, if it is das, in, or if it is dative, you will say im Regal. Okay, either im Regal or in dem Regal. Okay, I hope it is clear now since it's dative and the article is das Regal. Okay, let's move ahead with the next one. Das Obst war Kugelschrank. So it's der Kugelschrank. So the answer is going to be auf dem Kugelschrank. Okay, again, now you know about Regal, you know about neben, so you will say neben dem Regal. Okay, das Kochbuch war doch über. What is Herd? Herd is a cooker or a stove. It is der Herd. Okay, so you will say über. Der becomes dem in dative. Okay, so I think it's pretty easy. Now similarly, we are just going to try the same things over here, but this is accusative case. once you read the questions, you will get to know why it is accusative, because you can see motion over here. Okay, let's see. Wir haben sie neben das Bild gehängt. Okay, because we have hanged it near the picture, near the Bild. Okay, wir haben ihn. Okay, der Zucker war im Regal, so the sugar was in the Schrank. Wir haben ihn, that is in the sugar, in den. Why den? Because Schrank is der Schrank, so der becomes den, in den Schrank gestellt. Okay, wir haben es, if it is auf, you will say auf, and Tisch is der Tisch, der becomes den, so auf den Tisch gestellt. Wir haben es gehängt, that means it's accusative, you will say an die Wand gehängt. Why? Because it's die Wand. Okay, that is the wall. Okay, again, Regal is das Regal, so in das oder ins Regal. Okay, similar the way you do with Kino. I hope it is clear. It is very easy. Okay, now again, since it's wo and since it says it has to be dative, sie hängt jetzt. What will be the answer? She has hanged it now neben dem. Okay, neben dem. Okay, jetzt steht der Zucker. Now it is staying. Just try to understand the difference. Okay, we are using the same verbs. It's staying, and haben ihn in Schrank gestellt. So we have tried to move this, and now it is staying over there. Okay, so that's the difference. Even if it is gestellt and even if the verbs are the same, you have to see if it is in motion or it is not. Okay, so again, it is dative, and you will say im Schrank. Okay, now again, das Obst, it's jetzt Tisch, so you will say auf dem Tisch, so you will say auf dem Tisch. Okay, jetzt hängt das Bild, so now one becomes, now it is hanging, but it is dative, and one was feminine, so an der Wand. Okay, jetzt steht es Regal again, das Regal, it becomes im. Okay, or in dem Regal. Okay, I hope it is pretty clear. These are the basic examples where you can see dative, but in future you're going to get the dative example this way, where you may get confused that it says state or hanged. So do not consider just verbs, consider the action, whether it is in motion or it is not, and then accordingly you have to use it. Okay, so I think it is pretty clear. It is slightly confusing if you think it is, but then you practice it once or twice and then you are good to go. Okay, let's move ahead. Now this is another interesting activity where you are going to understand this in detail again. Okay, so wohin räumt Eva ihr Sachen? So where is, you can see her room is messed up and she is going to clean it up by changing the places from here and there. Okay, so all we have to do is they've shown this with the help of arrows. Okay, so first sie legt die Bücher. Now she is moving, that means all of them are going to be in accusative. First thing, because you can see this, she's going to move this bag from this place to the here. She's going to move this handy from here into this Schrank or maybe Regal, something. Okay, she's going to change this and she's going to put it into cupboard. She's going to hang this. So she is moving each and everything from one place to another. Okay, so since it's motion, it's accusative, and now you have to also use the prepositions accordingly, whether it is unter, whether it is neben, whether it is on the wall. Okay, accordingly. So sie legt die Bücher. So just look for number 2, where you can see number 2, the book. She is going to move it from here under the bed. Okay, so under the bed you will say unter das Bett. That's all. Because it is accusative, you don't have to worry much about, you just have to take care about the masculine things. Rest of them remains the same. Sie legt die Schlüssel, so Schlüssel are over here and she is going to keep them on the table. So auf den Tisch. Okay, auf den Tisch. I told you I have to just take care about the masculine ones. Tisch. Okay, then sie stellt den Rucksack, number 4, this is bag, neben das Bett. Okay, let's try to write this. Just if you are writing neben das Bett, it is okay. If you are writing unter das Bett, even that is okay. Okay, das handy legt sie, so she is just going to place the handy over here. This is the regal. Okay, so let's just try ins regal. So you've already practiced this. I want you to practice this page twice or thrice to just get it clear right now, because once you think it is tough, you're going to find it tough always, even at the B2 level. So you just try practicing right now. You are not going to get such exercises in this book again. Okay, so die Hose hängt sie, so she's going to hang this this pant on the wall. Okay, so on the wall it is an die Wand. Okay, even if right now you have to take care of each and every word, don't worry. Once you know the case, accusative or dative, you are quickly going to use them. An die Wand or an der Wand. Okay, again she's going to hang this jacket on the Wand. Okay, die Schuhe stellt sie, so where are the shoes? She is going to keep it in the drawer or in the Schrank. Okay, so again, what is Schrank? Do you remember the article? Schrank is der Schrank. Okay, in the cupboard. So since it's der Schrank, you will say in den Schrank. Okay, sie legt die Socke und das T-Shirt, so she is going to keep this socks and T-shirt in the cupboard or in den Schrank again. Okay, so in den Schrank. Yeah, I think this is pretty clear. This is pretty easy. If you do it twice, I can understand this. Okay, but do it twice and you will be good to go. Okay, so that was all. Let's move ahead with the next page. So, was macht Laura fast jeden Tag? What does she does every day? You just have to look at her routine. That's all. Okay, so the words are shuffled over here. All you have to do is just check how you can use them. Okay, and then accordingly just write the answers. Okay, so sie in einer Kleidergeschäft arbeiten. So she abides. So how will you write? Sie arbeitet in einem. Why einem? Because it's der einem. Okay, der Kleidergeschäft. Kleidergeschäft. What is Kleidergeschäft? Just try to think. Kleidergeschäft is related to clothes shop. Okay, Mittag sie in das Geschäft essen. So sie ist. Why ist? Because the form of essen is ist in mittags in das Geschäft. Okay, or in das Geschäft or in dem Geschäft. Okay, because it's going to be dative over here, so you will say in dem, or im is also okay over here. Okay, so let's just speed up because I think the video can go really very long. In der Pause sie in eine Bäckerei gehen. So sie geht in eine Bäckerei in der Pause. Okay, haben sie in der Supermarkt einkaufen. So you can say in abends abends kauf sie in okay, in or im why im? Because again there's no motion, it's just the place in Supermarkt. in Abends kauft sie im Supermarkt ein. Okay, why? Because it's a trennbar verben. Okay, einkaufen becomes kauft ein. Okay, now sie ihr Fahrrad hinter das Haus stellen. So she keeps her Fahrrad behind the house. Now she's keeping it, right? So whether it's motion or whether it's just a pause without any action, sie stellt, she's keeping it, right? Your Fahrrad. So a lot of practice of your previous these things. Hinter das Haus. Okay, and then C for the Fernseher essen. So sie is for dem Fernseher. Okay, she eats in front of Fernseher. There's no motion. That's the reason it's going to be dative. Okay, so again, one more very nice exercise, I must say. Try to repeat it once or twice and then you're good to go. Okay, and once you're done with that, like them einkaufen, after the shopping, where do you keep all these things? So normally I don't have any habit of keeping them. I have a bad habit of not keeping them at place, but then you should keep them. Okay, so let's just try one or two sentences. So der Schlüssel, der Mantel, die Schuhe. What do? You kind of mantle and the Schuhe. So maybe you can keep them or they lie, and where do you keep them? So maybe I can say stell. Let's try saying the sentence. Ich hänge die Schlüssel neben die Tür. Okay, so let's try writing this. Ich hänge die Schlüssel neben die Tür. Okay, so I just hang the Schlüssel, I just hang the keys neben die Tür. Okay, so similarly try writing these sentences and try practicing them. They are really very nice, and you should have these practices of using liegen, stehen and hängen, and using the Wechsel preposition, and along with that considering the accusative or dative case. Okay, right now it's going to be a lot more confusing, but more you practice, you're going to master them. Okay, so let me quickly move ahead with the next part. Okay, again over here you have got this answers. You just have to use them accordingly. Okay, so let's just quickly try working on this activity. Tobias studiert an der Technischen Universität in Graz. Wohnt mit zwei Freunden. Where does in das Haus becomes in einem Haus? Why? Because there is no motion. Okay, am Abend geht in einem Haus. We must be having this over here. Am Abend geht gern. Where does he go? Again somewhere local im Universität. So already we can see a dative case being used, and local is the let's just search for the meaning over here. I can see it's already 18 minutes, but I am planning to just finish this chapter today. So let's just check the verb for local. Yeah, so this is das Lokal, that is pub. Okay, so let's come back. So am Abends geht lokal. Das Lokal should become im Universität. So he goes ins Lokal, right? I hope you get this. Ins Lokal, Lokale im Universität. Okay, because he's going over there, no? That's why. Am Wochenende. Let's just check the article over here. It's lokale, na? So it has to be D, not das. So it won't become it's ins instead of ins. It has to be in die Lokale im Universität. Okay. Am Wochenende hatte Tobias Besuch von seinen Eltern. Am Morgen haben sie gemeinsam. Many times it has to be beim, but if it is not there, let's search for another one. What can go auf Dänemark or auf dem Markt. Am Abend haben sie gemeinsam auf dem Markt am Käse eingekauft. So auf, the answer has to be auf dem Markt. Okay. Mittags waren sie im Café im Stadtpark. Okay, so mittags he was im Café. Okay, this is the dative case. Am Nachmittags sind sie, so he is going to the Kunsthaus, so it's going to be dative, it's going to be accusative, so it's going to be ins. Später sind sie noch Schlossberg. So what is Schlossberg? This is Schlossberg. Okay, so Schlossberg, you can say it's kind of a castle. Okay, so später sind sie, so he is in the, over here there is no motion. Später sind sie noch, okay, sorry, gegangen, na? So again here is motion, that's why it's going to be accusative. Since it's accusative, auf den Schlossberg zum Uhrturm gegangen. Okay, here Uhrturm gegangen. Okay, I hope again this activity is going to be a little bit confusing. That's the reason it's time consuming as well, but you have to practice this once or twice to try understanding this. Okay, let's move ahead with the lighter one now. Let's just hope that we get a lighter activity now. So yeah, over here, eine Freundin besucht sie in ihrer Stadt. Your friend is going to visit you. Lesen Sie die E-Mail und schreiben Sie eine Antwort. Nennen Sie mindestens 4 Aktivitäten. Okay, so you have to take around 4 activities. Let's read first and let's try to answer the mail. Hallo, ich freue mich. Again, you can see the possessive article, possessive pronomen, sorry, reflexive pronomen over here. Ich freue mich schon aufs Wochenende. Ich komme am Samstagmittag zu dir und dann geht's los. Was machen wir denn? So what are we going to do on Saturday? Okay, so bis Samstag so viel. So you have kind of got an SMS, you can say, got a SMS. Liebe Sophie, ich freue mich, dass du mich endlich mal you're visiting in my Stadt, right? So you will say in meiner, in is already written, so you will say meiner Stadt. I think it has to be smaller one. Let me just place it slightly upwards. Okay, besucht. Okay, so what are we going to do? So first of all, whenever we say first of all, you have to use zuerst. Okay, zuerst gehen wir zum Einkaufszentrum. Okay, or maybe you can simply try using the words which have been given over here in the activity on the previous page. Okay, and then you can say danach. Okay, you can use the word danach. Danach, what would we do? Wollen wir say ins Kino gehen. Okay, ins Kino gehen. Yeah, and so we've got 2 activities. Let's try to do one more. Und dann können wir etwas, or you can say dort können wir etwas essen, probieren. Okay, probieren, whenever it is related to probieren. Okay, probieren. I'm not sure about the spelling. Let me just check it, because instead of writing a wrong spelling, it's always good to check. Probieren. Yeah, etwas probieren. So I think it is correct. Probieren. Let me just copy the spelling and copy and then paste it over here. Yeah, I think the spelling is correct. Paste it. Okay, then we are going to eat something. Okay, and I think that's all. And then we can just call her, your friend, at your home. So am Abends essen wir bei mir. Yeah, whenever you say by me, that is my at my house. Okay, so this is pretty easy. Sag mal Bescheid. Whenever you're writing to your friend, you can simply say Sag mal Bescheid, that is let me know. And bis Samstag, right? So pretty easy. Bis Samstag. Okay, so that's how we can do it. Let's move ahead with the next one. Schule und ihre Schulzeit. Welches ein anderer Verb passt nicht, streiten sie. Okay, Teresa hat das Gymnasium besucht oder gemocht oder gelernt. So gemocht. Let's just search for the meaning. Gemocht. Gemocht is to like. Yeah, mögen. Correct. So this becomes mögen, becomes möchte oder gemocht. This is indeed your modal verb. A part of möchte is the modal verb, but you also have to consider the participle zwei of this particular mögen verb. Okay, so she liked it or she visited it. So she went to gymnasium. You always can say gelernt. She visited and gemocht. Let's just check this. To be fond of, to care, to be want, into, something, would like to. So they have just welche andere Verb passt nicht, streichen sie. So gelernt is not passing this a, so they have striked it out. Let's try the next one. Sie hat im Zeugnis, so Zeugnis is the certificate, meistens gute Noten bekommen, gehabt studiert. So you will say she's got good marks. Okay, so you will say she has instead of studiert, you will say gehabt. So we are going to strike this out. So let me just try striking this way. Oops. No, I don't think this will work. No. Okay, so I will just try painting this like this. Or yeah, we have this Kreuz and Zian as well. So I'm just going to cross this one better. Nach dem Abitur möchte sie Französisch studieren, bekommen or lernen. What will pass? Studieren will go with lernen. Okay, so we are going to cross bekommen. Thomas hat in der Grundschule lesen, schreiben gelernt, gegeben or geübt. Geübt is to practice. So he reading and writing practice, not gegeben. Okay, gegeben is to give. Dann ist in die Hauptschule gegangen. So Hauptschule is again the type of the school over here. You have Gymnasium, you can see, then Abitur, you have Grundschule, you have Hauptschule, you have Realschule, Abschluss. Okay, so these are the types of schools. You don't have to worry about it. In upcoming classes, you are going to, in upcoming chapters, we'll learn about the different types. Okay, dann ist in die Hauptschule gegangen, besucht or gekommen. So then you will not say visited, you will say he came to Hauptschule. Okay. Again, Annie hat in diesem Jahr der Realabschluss gemacht, geschafft oder gefunden. So she found it, so she has done it. Okay, it's going to be geschafft. Okay. In der Sommerferien hat sie gearbeitet oder gemacht. So to work is gearbeitet, you will cross gemacht. Okay. Jetzt möchte sie eine Ausbildung als Krankenschwester machen, beginnen or sehen. So you're not going to see this Ausbildung, you are going to begin it with. So you will just cross sehen. Okay. Next activity you can see is the Hören part. Okay. So let me skip it and let's just quickly move ahead with the next one. Okay. So here we are. I think this is the last page. I'm going to quickly finish it off with this one. Okay. Ein Traumschule. Again, Zinzi, so which is your dream school? We just have to try this out. Okay, so ich habe in der Schule viele Freunde gefunden. Okay, when you're not able to, many friends. So whenever you want to say many, you will say viele. Okay, aber ich habe wenig Zeit. Ich habe you can do, or ich hatte also can go. Why ich hatte will go? Because you are using the Präteritum form over here. Wenig Zeit, weil ich sehr viel lernen musste. Okay, why, since it's musste over here, let me just quickly write it out, because I don't want you to get confused. So you will say habe over here, then it's going to be viel, then it's going to be hatte. Why hatte? because you can see the preteritum form being used over here, and since the verb is at end, you are going to use while. This is kind of practice you're doing whatever you've learned in this and previous chapter. Lernen musste. Besonders fear. This is kind of a subject, you can say. So you will say Chemie, Physik, Biologie. Musste ich viel lernen. Okay, why musste ich viel lernen? Because you are using the preteritum form. Und ich konnte nie. So let me just first of all fill this. Ich konnte nicht nie aus. Maybe you can say ausschlafen. Okay, so you will say, let's check, ausschlafen. Okay, while der Unterricht schnell maybe, or already has began, has, since you can see hat, so you will say schon. What is schon is already. Früher begonnen hat. Und sorry, it's going to be Viertel vor 8 schriebe ich, or schrecklich, sorry, schrecklich. Why schrecklich? Because you can see the exclamatory mark over here. Und es war, it was, you can say difficult, or it was stressful. So either stressig, okay, or you can also say streng, but streng is going to have a spelling like this way. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So straightish will go. This just is going to have 3. So straightish is more better. Okay. Weil wir jede Woche Tests und Prüfung hatte. Okay. Wirklich kein Traumstuhl. So of course it was not a dream school. So that is how a dream school and how it was. Okay, so let's move ahead quickly with the last one now. Lesen Sie den Text, notieren Sie die Antwort. So let's try to read the text, and it's always good habit to read the question. Wo hat Lina Richter die Grundschule besucht? So where did she visit the Grundschule? That is the basic first to fourth standard. Ich habe viele Schulen besucht. She has visited a lot of schools. Es waren 5 verschiedene bis zum Abitur in Berlin, erzählt die Ärztin Lina Richter. So who's telling this? This is the doctor Lina Richter. Till Abitur in Berlin, she changed around 5 schools. Das war nicht ihr Wunsch. That was not her wish. Aber es war einfach so. But it was also easy. Ihr Vater hat in vielen Ländern gearbeitet. So her father had worked on in a lot of countries. Zuerst ist Lina in Deutschland in die Grundschule gegangen. Okay? So she went in Grundschule in Deutschland, you can say. Okay. Then warum war Lina in der Grundschule in Paris unglücklich? So what happened in Paris? Let's see. That's going to be the next one. Okay, dann ist die Familie nach Frankreich gezogen. So they just shifted to Frankreich. Die Grundschule in Paris war streng. Streng is strict. Okay, sehr streng. So because it was strict, I want you to try writing the sentences. I'm just going to write the hint over here in one word. Okay, wie lange war sie in der französischen Schule in Wien? So in Wien, die Grundschule in Paris war streng, sehr streng. Wir mussten still sitzen, wir mussten viele Hausaufgaben machen, we had to do a lot of homework. So you can say Hausaufgabe. Okay. Then, und ich kannte die Sprache noch nicht gut. So, neue Sprache lernen oder verstehen. Also this meant good. So you've got 3 reasons why it was not good. Okay. Ich war sehr unglücklich, sagt Lina Richter. Dann war sie 2 Jahre in eine andere Schule in Strasbourg. So she went to another school. So maybe you can say for 2 years she went over there. At 13 ist sie nach Wien gekommen und hat 4 Jahre lang das Lycée Frankreich besucht. So I'm not able to pronounce this particular word. This is probably French, and please pardon me for this. Eine französische Schule in Wien. So in Wien she was for around 4 years. Okay, so you can say 4 Jahre. Okay, 4 Jahre. Oops. Okay. Wie lange hat die Unterricht gedauert? So how long did the classes ja. Ich war von 8 bis 16 Uhr in der Schule. So it was around 4 plus 4, 8 hours. Und dort haben wir fast nur Französisch gesprochen. So over there she just spoke French, okay? So it dauert für 8 Stunden. 8 Stunden. So just pardon me whenever I switch from one language to another, it is total catastrophe. Wir hatten nur kleine Klassen und ich habe heute Freunde auch aus dieser Zeit. So since that time I have friends. Not since that time, of that time. Okay, so that's the difference. Welche Sprache haben die an der Schule in Wien gesprochen? So you already know it is Frankreich. We have to write the correct spelling. Französisch. Okay, so you will say Französisch. Okay, warum hat sie den Musiklehrer super gefunden? So, Frau Richter erinnert sich gern an die Zeit. Wir haben in der Schule zum Mittag gegessen und das Essen war ganz okay. Dann hatten wir noch Unterricht oder Lernzeit. Nach der Schule hatte ihn dann wirklich frei. So after the school we were free. Ich hatte Zeit für meine Wiener Freundinnen, für Musik und andere Sachen. So I had time for my friends and for music. Und 5, die Junge erzählt Frau Richter und lächelt. So they just they just talked and they laughed a lot. Unser Musiklehrer war besonders gut. Im Sommer haben wir draußen Gitarre gespielt und gesungen, vor allem die Hits aus der Charts. Okay, so why she was very happy with it? Because she learned guitar. So use while over here first thing whenever they ask warum. Okay, use while sie. I'm just going to write guitar gelernt. Ja, gelernt. Sorry, gelernt hat. Okay, or hatte. Wo hat Lina Richter Abitur gemacht? So where did she did the Abitur? Oops. I will just have to shift it over here. That's all. Yeah. Für das Abitur müssten wir viel lernen. Over here, maybe you must get the answer. Dann hat Frau Richter nach München gezogen. So she did her Abitur over there. Und sie war in einem deutschen Gymnasium. Da war der Traum zu Ende. Wir hatten meistens Unterricht bis 13, halb 14 Uhr, aber danach mussten wir zu viel Hausaufgaben machen und lernen. Ich hatte keine Zeit für mich. I didn't have time for me. Für das Abitur müssten wir sehr viel lernen. I had to learn a lot in all occasions, in all subjects. Vielleicht war die Schule auch gar nicht so schlecht, but the school was not so bad, sagt Lina Richter. Aber ich war nicht gern in München, weil alle meine Freunde in Wien waren. So I was not happy in Munich. Why? Because all of my friends were in Wien. Okay, so where was the Abitur? It was in München. Okay, so try writing the complete sentences, and I think we are done with this chapter. Okay, so this is what all you can do in Kapital 2. Just go through them and try to write the answer. The next page is about word charts, so do the word charts. And one very important thing, try using accusative dative case, try using hengstellt and legen or the liegen, and try using the words, and you have tremendous exercise over here and a lot of things to be learned. Okay, so that was all about Kapital 2. In the next video we are going to go through Kapital 3. That's all for today. Thank you so much.